I feel like a lot of brands don't actually know their audience. So I'm about to get on to y'all real quick, and hopefully this helps you take your brand from one level to another with these cheeky little tips and tricks. Or not even tips and tricks, just some advice, you know. Take this and fling it on your back and carry it with you for the rest of your journey with your brand. So the first one, I'm only going to do 2 points today. The first one is to stop making irrelevant content. So for example, taking a picture of your tracksuit on a grass is doing fuck all for your brand. Unless your clothing brand is about rabbits or giraffes that like grass, stop doing that shit, man. Please, it's boring now. You're not Cole Buxton. You need to understand what your audience wants, what your audience likes, and what their interests are. So for example, before you make, I tell this to all my clients, yeah, before you make the content, ask yourself, if someone was to ask me right now, why did you take that picture, or why did you make that piece of content, what are you going to say? If the answer is it just looks good, or I just thought the hoodie would look nice on this piece, baby, then you need to go back to the drawing board, because that's not enough. You need to be very detailed. Everything needs a reason, and the reason needs to have meaning. You just saying it looks nice is not enough. You're not there yet. You're literally just starting out. At least know your audience first before you think you're all bougie and all cool and shit. Nah, babe, it's not gonna always work, especially because so many people are making clothing brands. So many people are making their own brands nowadays. So the competition's getting higher and higher. You need to figure out how you're going to differentiate yourself, and a big part of that is actually knowing who your audience is, and that's what a lot of brands lack. I wrote on here, tell us a story or something, engage with us. A lot of brands don't do this anymore, and they do this in the long run. They don't do this in the beginning. I am seeing a few little brands do it though, where they do voiceovers of like why they actually made their brand, why they started their brand, the whole story behind it. It's very wholesome. Some people say it's cringe, but cringe sells. I'm tired of the fucking boring pictures. We need something different now. For example, if your audience is interested in sustainable living, content about eco-friendly products and practices will engage them more than general lifestyle tips. Your brand is all about sustainability, your brand is all about being eco-friendly, but you're going to Selfridges to go and shop for Louis Vuitton, and you're doing a vlog, baby, they're not interested in that. Then you need to go back to the drawing board, because everything's all clashing. You need to sit down and understand your audience. Just ask yourself, do a brainstorm, do a PowerPoint. What does your audience like? What do they like to do? What are their interests? What are their hobbies? And then figure out how you're going to create content around those things that your audience likes. And I'm telling you, everything else will follow. Number 2, last one. After you've listened to my first point, the second point goes on to your engagement will increase. Content tailored to your audience's preferences is more likely to be liked, shared, and commented on. When you understand your brand's audience, I'm telling you now, your engagement and your interaction from your buyers, from your audience will scale up, and from there you can build a community. You know what, you've understood your audience now. You know what they like, you know what they like to do, you know what their interests are. Build a community around that. Don't just make them feel like buyers. Don't just make them feel like, okay, you've bought my product, so yeah, you're cool, yeah, I'll have you as a follower when the next drop comes, boom. You want to maintain that. If you want to see longevity in your brand, build that community. For example, a tech brand sharing the latest gadget reviews and tips will see more engagement from tech enthusiasts than generic posts about technology. And someone that does this very, very well is Chevon Salmon. He does this very well. I'm sure everything else fell into place for him after he found out who his audience was. So yeah, in the beginning he was making loads of tech videos, you know, the new iPhone updates, all of that, but that's all he was doing. That's literally all he was doing. But after that, he understood, I'm guessing he understood his target market, so he started vlogging. He's got nice cars, he's got a nice lifestyle, and he likes tech, so everything goes along with it. And I guess he understood his audience. They like shoes, they like tech, they like lifestyle, and everything else followed. He's not just a tech guy, he also does lifestyle, so everything else falls into place. Yeah, that's it, guys. I would usually do like a longer presentation on this, longer PowerPoint presentation, but I will do that on my YouTube page, or like a webinar or something. Yeah, period. Thank you for watching.